The US, the UK, and other countries around the world are discussing raising the minimum wage. But in Australia, it may be too high. With one of the highest rates in the world, officials there are considering a slowdown in rate increases. Greg Navarro has more.
For 23-year-old Chantel Begornia, life after college has been filled with financial struggles.
I guess I have to compromise a lot of the things that I want to do in life.
That means still living at home while she works in retail. She makes slightly more than the national minimum wage.
Everything seems to be increasing and my pay just kind of stays the same.
New South Wales Union Secretary Mark Lennon says Chantel is not alone. He says Australia's minimum wage hasn't kept pace with the cost of living, making it harder for the nation's lowest paid 1.5 workers to survive.
Up until about 10 or 15 years ago, I don't think we ever had a notion here in Australia of the working poor. Now we do. We have people who are working but aren't earning enough income to meet their basic needs.
By comparison, Australia still has one of the highest minimum wages in the world. The U.S. national minimum wage is just $7.25. Australia's rate has increased every year for more than 15 years, the product of a strong economy buoyed by a mining boom and low unemployment. But the mining boom is over. Economic growth has slowed. Unemployment has risen to a 12-year high at 6.4%. Now an independent commission which sets the minimum wage is considering a slowdown in future increases, an idea the nation's unions strongly oppose.
Fundamentally, the problem is a lack of demand, a lack of consumers out there spending. And so the way to ensure that people will spend is to make sure they've got a decent dollar in their pocket.
But many of these smaller businesses will tell you that Australia's higher minimum wage is actually having the opposite effect on them. It means they can't hire as many people as they would like, and those added costs are a further burden to their bottom line.
Last year, several automakers announced they would cease production in Australia, citing high wage costs compared with other countries.
It's about achieving the balance between a minimum wage that maintains the standard of life, the flexibility in the labour force to attract businesses to come into Australia.
Leaving the independent commission with a difficult choice, one which Chantel says she fears could make life even harder. Greg Navarro, CCTV, Sydney.